I don't do intros. How you guys doing today? I'm doing all right today. Today I have a very special video for you guys. We're going to be going through every single one of my builds that I've made on Elden Ring. All 20 different builds. And we're going to be going through them in a very rapid pace. Now I have organized all the builds from my least favorite to my absolute favorite. So if you guys are avid watchers of this channel, I want you to go into the comments right now and put what you think the #1 build is. Get the fuck out of my screen, Mr. Mage. Holy shit. The fuck are you doing? Anyway, I want you to go down in the comments right now and put what you think the #1 build is. We're also going to be counting rune arcs in the countdown. We're going to be counting the rune arcs of all the characters because, as you know, when you kill a host as an invader, you get a rune arc as a reward. Now, this is only a rough estimate of how many hosts I've killed on every character because, well, you can pick up rune arcs at just about every location in the game. So it's only a rough estimate, but it is like just fun to count them, right? One last thing, I actually so there's 20 different builds, so there'll be 20 different clips, invasion clips in this video. Um, well, there was supposed to be anyway. We're only gonna have 19 invasion clips because I accidentally deleted the footage of one of the characters, and I can't go and get that footage back because I deleted the character after I filmed that footage. Now, the good news is the character that I'm talking about is actually in the #20 spot and my least favorite build, so we don't have to worry about explaining too much of that character. Um, she was honestly very, very simple, and I did still get a clip of what she looked like, so she will still be featured in this video. And with that being said, guys, let's go and let's start going through the builds, man. So coming in at #20, we have Scarlett Mary, the level 60 bleed girl. She was a pretty simple build. She was just a level 60 build that had high arcane and used occult and bleed weapons, and this is what she looked like before I deleted her. Unfortunately, like I said, there is no footage of her, so this is all you get. She had 28 rune arcs on her. This is rune level 200 Man Serpent build. It is a build centered around a poison, bleed, and rot, and proccing all of those effects with the rotten battle hammer, bleed infused with poison mist. This guy has 93 rune arcs on him, and he's at level 200. And that's pretty much all there really is to say about him. I'm using a scythe in this video because this guy had a great shield right here. By the way, guys, if you guys are interested in any of these builds in particular, you can actually just look on my channel and see if I made a whole video about them, and I guarantee you I did. Every single one of these builds have their own video, so if you guys are interested in any of these videos in particular, just, you know, go look at the channel, man. Just go look at the channel. But yeah, so far these two are my least favorite to play, and after this, we'll be moving on to another build that I don't really like to play all that much, mainly because of the level range. And that is the Hemlock Witch build at rune level 500. She has 33 rune arcs on her. She is just simply a level 500 build that I use for invading max level people for fun, pretty much. That's her whole gimmick. That's what she does. I'm not really a fan of max level invasions. That's probably why she's so low on the list. But she does look cool. And if you look cool, then that's all that really matters. At least to me. I like to make thematic builds. I like to make characters look nice. Fashion is really important to me. I always go fashion over poise unless I use poise to do something cool. And that's really the whole idea behind a lot of these characters. This witch build, I think this is the first time I'm actually using the blasphemous blade like ever in PvP. The sword was like a little too scummy for me to ever use, but on max level invasions, you know, why not? And it's you know, it's fun. It's a fun little weapon. When I say too scummy, there are definitely more scummy weapons that you can use. The thing I hate about the Blasphemous Blade and people who use it is they spam it over and over again, and I think that's a real issue, especially because the weapon art actually is pretty good if you just know how to hit people with it, and no one ever does, so they just press out too recklessly. And that happens a lot of max level, man. You got a lot of nincompoops at max level. Like these guys. They were fun, but, you know, they were kind of toxic. That's just Elden Ring lately, though. The game's been a little bit toxic. What can you really say, man? But yeah, guys, this is the number 18 spot on the list. By the way, I might be stupid and mix up some numbers here and there. Don't worry about it. That's just the way it be, man. It's just the way it be. But yeah, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this build right here. We'll be moving on very shortly after this guy dies. Yeah, you can't roll bad, my friend. You can't roll bad. Coming in at number 17, we have a level 137 Blight Paladin with 32 rune arcs on him. This is a lightning faith build centered around death lightning. I wanted to use did I say lightning faith? I meant dex faith and lightning, whatever, they're the same thing. I wanted to use the eclipse shoulders on this guy, but it's just like really impossible to proc death blight, so a lot of his gimmick isn't there. So I mostly stuck to using the Zweihander with Giant Hunt, lightning infused Zweihander with Giant Hunt, and then killing people with death lightning because I really like that spell. Yeah, it looks super cool on the character. He's very gold. He's very, you know, he has some brown in his armor and shit like that. Anyway, boys, we're moving on to the Blue Fire Cultist, a level 200 build that is centered around intelligence and faith, fire and sorceries. The Sword of Night and Flame and Smalrag's Glintstone Blade, or Breath, I should say, is what's being used here. And he has 51 rune arcs to his name. And he's just a fun little gimmick character that has all kinds of weird stuff. He also has dragon spells too, like the Claw and the Munch. He has that going on for him. Fun character, but a little too gimmicky at times. And right here we have my meta level build, my level 150 build. She has 42 rune arcs on her. This is my Sacred Crusader build. It is a health regen holy damage build that just centers around health regen and holy damage. Mainly I made this build to be able to survive a bunch of ganks at level 150. You guys know I don't really like to invade at meta levels, but when I do, it's nice to have a lot of tools, and this character does have a lot of tools to her. She has a ton of what is it, holy infused weapons? Is it holy? I can't remember. Sacred. It's Sacred Infusion. She has a lot of Sacred Infusion damage. Sacred Infusion does holy damage. That's what it is. I'm sorry, guys. It's really early in the morning. My brain is kind of blanking right here. This guy was like cheesing on this tower. He was throwing sleep pots to drain my mana. If you guys don't know, if you go to sleep, your mana gets drained. Also, if you get madness, your mana gets drained. Your FP, I should say. I don't know why I'm saying mana. And then I ended up chasing this guy like around the map, and then I killed him in the funniest way possible. I pulled out the Stitcher. He wasn't expecting the Stitcher to have Golden Slam on it, but it does. So I killed him with my fucking rump. Look at this guy, man. Look at this guy. The rump. It's like the second time I've ever killed someone with the butt slam, but I love it, man. Moving on to our level 125 Black Flame Beast build. He has 51 rune arcs to his name. As the name implies, this is a build that centers around using the Beast incantations and the Black Flame incantations. It also has a lot of weapons that just have a bunch of shrew combos to them. And that's pretty much what the build that's all really is said about the build. Again, if you guys want to know more about these builds, please look at the channel. I talk a lot more about the characters themselves. You guys know I love adding lore to my characters and stuff like that. This guy is actually inspired by a Dark Souls 3 character I made like years ago that would use Black Flame pyromancies. And well, this guy he does the same thing, only he uses the beast incantations as well. So there's that. And this is the number 14 spot on the list. I don't remember if I'm calling out the numbers or not, but we're at number 14 right now, guys. And yeah, this poor host over here just trying his best to 1v1 a boss. Not going well for him. There's a little true combo there to end the fight, and we're moving on. Moving on to number 13, we have the Reed Ronin at level 85. This is actually the guy who has the least amount of rune arcs on him. This guy only has 18 rune arcs on him. Can you believe that? As cool as this build looks, and as simple as it is, this guy only has 18 rune arcs, man. His whole build is centered around lightning, using lightning damage as dex damage. And he has like a lot of katanas. I think he has like 4 or 5 Nagakibas in his build. He has like 7 Uchi katanas or something like that. And I think he only has like 2 cross Naginatas. They're all lightning infused, and they all have different ashes of war on them. All the sword stuff like double slash, sword dance, unsheath, all that stuff on there. And he's just like super stylish, man. I love this guy. This is the Reed Ronin build at number 13 on the list here. So yeah, we're actually getting kind of close to halfway, I guess. Yeah. Very fun build, very fun level range. Anywhere around level 80, level 90, it's going to be like genuinely fun to invade right there. Not really a fan of invading at higher levels right now. Too many gank squads, too many rune art duelists, too many shitters at that level. When I invade, I just want to invade for fun, man. I want to play a level against 3 people. Unsheath breaking the Great Shield there, because it's really good at that. So yeah. Coming in at number 12 on the list is the level 40 Sleep Knight build with 76 rune arcs on him. Very fun build to play. The whole build centers around sleep buildup with the Sword of St. Trina. It's a sword and board build. Just looks really fucking classy. I love the look on it. Very chrome looking. The bird helm almost looks like a gas mask. And then of course on the side for level 40 we have some ice lightning stuff. The reason that I threw some ice lightning stuff on this build is because when I sleep at night, I like to listen to sounds of rain and thunder. So it makes sense to me. I don't know if it makes sense to you guys, but it makes sense to me. So yeah, kind of why that's there. And it just kind of ends fights that are annoying really, really fast, as you can see right there. And get roll caught. Moving on to number 11 on the list, we have a level 200 build. This is Red Main Leto, the Bloodfire Knight. He is a quality build, and he has 74 rune arcs to his name. This guy is pretty simple. He has 20 Faith and 20 Arcane. And the rest are just points that are dumped right into Dex and Strength, because he is a quality build that likes to buff himself with fire damage, and that's his whole premise. He has really cool lore behind him if you guys want to watch his video. I haven't played this guy in a while, honestly. I should probably like make a video with him pretty soon. Fun character, fun setup. He has a lot of cool different weapons on him. They're all like quality infused. They do a shit ton of damage. And yeah, Blood Flame Blade does count as fire damage when you buff your weapon with it. It does give you a little bit of extra AR. Now keep in mind that that's going to be split damage, so it's not amazing, but if you're just adding damage on top of damage you already have, it ain't that bad. So yeah. Love this build, don't play it enough. Unfortunately, level 200 nowadays is not a very fun place to be, honestly. I'm thinking about checking out 225 soon. I don't know what character to take to 225. But we're probably going to do that real soon because I have way too many builds sitting at 200, and now 200 isn't really a fun place to invade, so it is what it is, man. But yeah, this guy has all kinds of different weapons. He has colossal swords, he has halberds, he has spears, he has straight swords, he has katanas. I think he even has a Rivers of Blood on him, if I'm not mistaken. I toyed with the idea of doing a Rivers of Blood video that required, you know, it's like a quality Rivers of Blood video. It's not an arcane build, right? But that weapon nowadays is honestly pretty bad. To be honest, it's pretty bad. Which kind of does make it interesting to check out. Maybe I'll do that. Um, he also uses the Giza wheel too, which I need to make a video about again because I love the Giza wheel. And as you can see, he has all kinds of tools on him. The jar cannon, of course, the patented, beloved jar cannon, an invader's best friend, of course. Very useful. You see these guys running away. They're using warming stones. I can just easily pressure them, and they have to move. And that's what's so good about the jar cannon. I think this was like the first time I ever used Morgoth's Curse Sword, like ever. But it is a good weapon, man. And this guy was using it, so I was like, oh, you want to play with that fucking weapon, huh? And then I just kind of doo-dooed on him with his own weapon, just for fun. These guys were being very hesitant. Anyway, at number 10 on the list, we have a Rune level 90 character. This is the Briar Executioner. He has 61 Rune Arcs on him. This whole build is centered around the Mariah's Executioner sword using Eokate's Dancing Blade. There actually is a lot of different ways you can buff the damage of this Ash of War. It procs things like Millicent's Prosthesis and Rotten Wing Insignia, stuff like that. On top of being also procced by, what do you call it? I forgot the name. I forgot the name. Alexander Shard. I'm sorry. I forgot the name of Alexander Shard. And of course, there's a tier in the game that also increases your successive attack damage, of course. So it gets a value from a lot of different things in the game, which makes it a very interesting sword. It has a really good Ash of War. And it's a great sword too, and I find myself being privy to great swords. I could probably add some more stuff to this build to make it good. But I've already revamped it twice already. I think the first time that I did this build, it was it had the blood sorceries on it, which was cool. It was definitely cool, but you know. Unfortunately, those bloodthorn sorceries, I think they're called abhorrent, something like that. Aberrant, I don't know. They aren't that great, so I decided just to respec and do a full build up centered around the Executioner sword, and I ended up liking this build a lot better, man. Moving on to number 9 on the list. This is a level 20 character. This is the Wolfman. He has 73 rune arcs on him. Basically, he is a dex build that uses lightning weapons. He was originally centered around the Bloodhound claws, but I just decided to throw all kinds of different weapons on him for fun. Pretty simple character, a level 20 guy with lycanthropy who hunts people in Limgrave and Stormvale and stuff like that. Just a really fun little, if I want to fuck around, I'll go on this guy because all of his invasions are never going to be that sweaty. It's literally people who are around level 20, 30, 10. Just a casual invasion fun, honestly, is what this guy provides for me. Which is why I like him so much. Every time I play this character, I know I'm going to have a good time because I don't have to sweat my fucking balls off. And I can fuck around as much as I want. Number 8 on the list, we're coming in with a level 200 magic build. This is the Gleamstone Jester, which is one of my favorite looks for a character ever. I mean, this guy just looks fucking sick. And he has all kinds of different cool spell combos. You know, the Great Sword into the Gavel, into the Piercer. Common is just ridiculous if I just want to get rid of somebody real fast. All kinds of different cool looking spells. Normally, I'm not really a fan of magic. But when you're going for spell combos, it's a bit different. And then of course you have all kinds of different tools at your disposal. So there's that. So yeah, this guy's just a really fun character. Also the rapier too. His name is actually Ricard, and he's got a rapier. If you guys get the reference, let me know, man. Let me know if you get the reference. Coming in at number 7 on the list, we have Reverend Isaac, a level 200 holy build that focuses around using the Knight Rider flail and a shield, a flail and shield kind of combo. And he looks super cool, man. And the difference between this guy and the Sacred Crusader is he's kind of more of a fanatic, whereas Joan, the Sacred Crusader, she's more of a heartfelt worshiper of the Golden Order, and this guy is like, I must convert all heretics, burn them at the stake. He's crazy. He's a crazy religious man guy. And part of why I place him so high on the list, man, is I just love his aesthetic. He just looks fucking awesome. So yeah. Coming in at number 6 on the list is another level 200 build. This is the Ghost Flame Lizard Guy build. It's a build using the Death Poker and the Healthland Steeple, along with Explosive Ghost Flame and Ancient Death Rancor Call, and like other things too. He has the Crucible spells because, as I said before, he is a lizard man. So he would use the lizard man spells. So it makes sense, right? Honestly, I just wanted a build that uses the shoulder tackle, and this build does. And this guy decided he wanted to spam skulls at me, so I had to spam skulls at him. I was looking for these guys for like 5 minutes, by the way. They were like hiding right there. Pretty well hidden too. I was like, where the fuck are these guys? And then I eventually found them, and then they were little bitches, so there's that. I need to stop being so damn mean to this fucking host, man. They don't know what they're doing. They're hiding because they're scared. GG. Number 5 on the list is another level 200 build. This is the Pyro Pumpkinhead build that uses all kinds of flame stuff, along with a bunch of badness spells. He is pure fire. This guy is a pure fire Pumpkinhead man on fire. Obviously, his name, Bill Yellow, is a reference to the old-timey classic horror film Pumpkinhead, along with the pumpkin on his head. And I don't know, man, but there's something very simple about the one big fireball. It's really fun, man. I love Giant's Flame Take Thee. I hope we get some more fire spells in the DLC. I hope we get spells of all kinds in the DLC that are good and fun to use, man. Because as many as Elden Ring has, there's just some that are just not good, and there's others that are just way too good. So we need some like variety, I think. I think we just need some variety in the game, personally. Coming in at number 4, we have the Vagabond build, the Anti-Bleed build, the Pilgrim build, the Hermit build with 78 rune arcs on him. He is a level 80 quality build character that pretty much just has an answer for every situation that an innovator can possibly be in. His whole thing is, if I'm in a situation I want to be able to get out of the situation or be able to capitalize on the situation. And this guy does that in any situation. That's why I love him. He's just a really solid invader build. I think you're going to get another video from this guy real soon where I talk about ways to do different situations. Anyway, guys, we're moving in at the number 3 spot. This guy is a level 168. He is my patented Moonlight Knight build. You guys have seen this guy 100 times on the channel. He has 89 rune arcs to his name. And blink if you miss it, because all 3 of these guys are going to die really, really fast. This whole build is centered around just Moonlight themed stuff. He even has the Moon Veil on him, even though I don't really use it that much. He has the nighttime sorceries. He's got a duelist Moonblade. He has the Moon crossbow. He has the crossbows that are made of Moonlight. He has all the Moonlight stuff. Number 2 on the list here, with 92 rune arcs to his name. This is another level 200 build. This is the Butcher. Now, originally the Butcher had a lot of different weapons. He still does have a lot of different weapons on him, but I find myself using the Omen Killer Cleaver, Blood Infused, and the Pickaxe Heavy Infused with Chilling Mist on it quite a bit on him. And I think it just makes him really, really cool looking. Give you a little explanation of his character. He is a Strength Arcane, a little bit of Intelligence character that centers around being an evil guy. He's basically my version of a serial killer in Elden Ring. He is a cannibal that likes to kill people and freeze their bodies and take them home to eat them. And that's his whole character's gimmick. And his favorite way to kill people is to impale them with his pickaxe and crush them with his Omen Killer Cleaver. Chop them up. Anyway, boys, we have reached the number 1 spot on the list. This is my rune level 75 Jar Pirate build with the most amount of rune arcs on a single character. This guy has 94 rune arcs to his name. This whole build is very pirate themed. It's very centered around pirate stuff like the anchor, the curved swords. He has throwables like the spark aromatic, and of course the jars. That's where the name Jar Pirate comes from, using all kinds of different throwing pots and stuff like that. And of course his signature weapon, the Jar Cannon. This thing is so damn useful, and this character uses it the most. So yeah, guys, that's about it, man. That's all of my builds, organized from my least favorite to my favorite, with the Jar Pirate being number 1. Comment down below which of these builds are your favorite to watch. I'm very interested in what you guys think of the characters and whatnot. And again, if you guys are interested in the characters, the builds themselves, make sure you look at my channel. If you're looking for a specific one, they all have different videos dedicated to them. But with that being said, guys, thank you guys for watching, man. Consider liking and subscribing, all that fun stuff. If you guys like this kind of content, this kind of build making content, this kind of PvP content, this kind of invasion content, duels, I do it all, man. I make characters, not builds. And with that being said, guys, fare thee well. All that fun stuff. I'll see you later, man. Enjoy the rest of the invasions.